Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I hope you're having a good start to your Friday. Got this Cottage gingham paper out again. Like I said, I keep on using it and the stack just never goes down. But I wanted to just have something out here instead of just my plain old black mat. We'll take care of all the housekeeping notes first. Remember to like and subscribe and share on YouTube. Helps me out in YouTube world. In the description below, you will find all the description of what we're making, the dimensions, and all the products I used. You will find a link to my online store. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be yours. If you have questions about Stampin' Up!, please send me an email. You'll find the link there as well. There is also a new link for my Facebook group, which is a private group. You have to answer 2 questions to join it, not complicated. It's stamping, Lighthouse Stamping. You can show the products you've made inspired by my videos. It's also where I'm going to put out information about upcoming sales with Celebration, you know, those last minute things where they do a 24-hour sale, free shipping, you know, that kind of stuff. We're also going to hopefully do some lives from there and some stamp-alongs and that type of stuff. So please consider joining the Facebook group. Finally, you know, I've said I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm still not, thank God. But on October 21st, I am going to start my 25 days of Christmas. I would like your help in that. I would like to know what you would like to see during this Christmas time. Is it a box, a bag, cards, a certain stamp set? If you are looking for a box of a certain size or a bag of a certain size, send me an email. Let me know what you would like to see. Do you want to see Christmas ornaments? I've been weighing, would you guys like to see Christmas ornaments? I don't know. So I want to know what you would like to find out about. So please send me an email. Let me know what you would like to see during the Christmas holiday season, and we will get that going on the 21st. But until then, we're going to do some fall and some birthdays and, you know, other stuff, fun stuff. Today's a fun project. So anyhow, I just wanted to set something out here instead of the black old mat. We are going to be making a box today. It is for Halloween. And we're going to be using 2 stamp sets to accomplish this box. We're going to be using Cottage Wreath and Scary Cute. I know I've used them a lot. I love both of them. And these guys had something I really needed, and I'm going to show you what it is. We are making this box. It's a big box. The overall size is 5.5 by 3 1/4 by 1.5 inches high. And I'm going to open this and show you what is in this box. I was floored how much I could get into this box. And so I'm going to show you that. And so I've used I can never remember the name, the metallic mesh ribbon. I think it looks like spider webs. Can't even talk, spider webs. But at Christmas time, I think it looks like, you know, beautiful lace falling down with the snow. So it has multiple purposes. But anyhow, when you open this up, if you see, this is the gingham check paper. And I'll show you a small, because I saved out a piece for us to do. I have cut it so that we have all these little checks. And in beside the checks, I have stamped boo and bats and spiders. And we're going to stamp on the DSP to make this, says trick or treat, you're so sweet. And inside this box, it's a little flip top. There is a little thumb hole. Yes, I did use my retired 1/2 inch punch, but you could use a 3/4 inch punch or even one just to make the little finger hole so it's a little easier to get into. Or you could use some of the old ovals. The single ovals, use just the corner of the oval. So I'm sure many of you have small punches. So if you open this up, oh, my candy's backwards, but that's okay. I wanted to show you what's in. These are full-size candy bars. This is a full-size Wreaths. Here is a full-size Wreaths. This is a full-size Kit Kat. And then we have some butterscotch drops. Like I said, there was a lot in that box. So if you had the Halloween size, you could pack this box with a lot of stuff. So I did not have Halloween size, but I did have these bigger ones, and I thought, oh, well, they fit, and they did. So you can get a lot in this box. So I'm going to set those off to the side. close this back up here. I'm not going to tie them up right now. But anyhow, this is the cute box we're going to make today. So I've done some of the parts ahead of time. I've not done the scoring or the die cutting. Get a couple of these parts out here and get my table back. I moved my table out of the way. I have a little side table on rollers. Anyhow, these are for some die cutting for the label. And what I did was I took a piece of this paper, the DSP. Let's see if I've got the other half here. I took about 6. Let me grab the other half of this. I took about 6 inches, and it was actually over 6 inches. A little over 6, because when I cut in this side here, I cut through the black, so I had full squares. But about you know, this is 5.5 there, so a little over about 6.5. And what I did was I just started in the corner here and went, you know, a spider. Then I wrote boo, and then I put bats, and went in an angle. And then I went back to the boo, and then I just went up to this one and just did it in angles so that you see them here. They were all spread out. And then I cut the little pieces. Try to keep as much in, but some of them did not full out. And then I saved one piece here for us to just do the side pieces, because I did not have enough paper out of the one sheet to do 2 boxes. So I got almost, this came off another piece. I did that box that we just showed you, and the top and the 2 little sides on the one. So you can get quite a bit out of a sheet. If you did the whole sheet, you probably could get 2.5 boxes, maybe 3. You know, it'll vary. But so let's go ahead and get our stamping done really quick, and then we'll assemble the box. So I used the bats. Now, there is a boo in both sets. I like the boo in the cottage one better because it was all capital letters. The boo in the Scary Cute is a little smaller. So, but you can use either one, doesn't matter. And then the spider. So we're going to grab our black, and I'm going to grab a stamping mat. And so I'm just going to go every other one on this. This is the size I need, width I need. So make sure my bats are going the right way. So I'll do a bat in here, and a bat there, and a bat there, and no more bats. And let's do the boo next. Boop. Catching him. Like I said, and I didn't make them all straight. I just, you know, some are more. Ooh, that one I didn't do too good. Let's see if I can line him up. Not too bad. It'll work. And then our little spider. And I turned him different ways. He doesn't have to be straight. He's in a little square, and he's going to get cut up. But that I just did, you know, a half a sheet or a whole sheet. And like I said, doing it diagonally, it just, you know, went really fast. So I wanted you to see that. And then we need one more piece that is stamped, and that is going to be the label that goes on our box. And it says, "Trick or treat, you're so sweet." And I'm just going to do that out of onto some pumpkin pie with black, like that. And that is the end of the stamping. So let's get this off to the side. Let's cut these 2 pieces, and then we'll do our die cutting, and then we'll make the box. And these pieces for the sides, and like I said, all the dimensions for everything are listed below. So I'm not going to go through all of the dimensions. This is 1 1/4 high, and they are 5 1/4. And then let's see here. Where do we come out here? Trying to see where 5 1/4 is going to come. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's leave it that way. What I'm doing is I'm checking to see where my black lines up. If I can choose to cut in the middle of the black, I will, versus cutting into one of the creatures, we'll call them. Okay, so there's all of our panels for that. Now we're going to do some die cutting really fast. And you know what? I didn't grab the dies. So let's grab the one out of Scary Cute real quick. And the other one we're using is out of the Beautiful Shapes. You know, I've used this one quite a bit, but this one is got the same design in it, but it's bigger. And we're going to make a black panel for that one. And I need some plates. And let's go ahead and shove the black one through first. Yeah, I debated about doing like that yellow I first showed you, the gingham. You could do it in yellow or different colors too. So this makes, and if this is, you see the focus, doesn't want to focus too well. You can see the design in it. And then this little guy here, we're just going to cut with this label. Oop, my paper's a little too wide to go through. Little haircut there. Make sure it doesn't slide on me. I got a clinger here. So this will make a nice gift for somebody. I'm actually giving several of these to some people, kids that aren't going out trick-or-treating, but we want them to have some special treats for the holidays. So this worked for them, and so they can have lots of goodies and still, you know, have their little party at home. So I'll grab that, and I'm just clearing a couple things away here before I lose them. Woo! I just flung. Sorry, the spider's jumping around my desk. So to make the box, we're making this. That other box was made out of black. This box I'm making out of pumpkin pie. Couple reasons. Black's nice. I like the black. But you guys can't see what I'm scoring on black very easily. And so I want it to be different anyhow. So we'll just go with the black. I'll do pumpkin. And so the paper is 8.5 by 11. We're not trimming anything off. On the 11-inch side, we are going to score out 1.5, 4 3/4, 6 1/4, and 9.5. We're going to rotate it, and we are going to score at 1.5 and 7, or you can do 1.5, flip it around, and score at 1.5 again. Either way, and that is the scoring on this box. Then we're going to go ahead and fold and burnish everybody. Ooh. This is, I skipped, I'm going to show you right now what I did. When I scored this, I skipped my score line right here, and I did not realize I did it. If that happens to you, grab your scoreboard back out, put it back in, re-score that line. You can see how I jumped out right there? It's easily fixed. Then take your bone folder and flip it over, because you see where you got the little crease in there, and just take your bone folder and just slightly rub that out. You're not going to really see it, but it takes the fold out and pushes it out just ever so slightly. Okay? Now, it's going to be a little fussier to fold, but you just have to, you know, show it who's boss, and it will fold and look fine. And once you make the thing, you're going to have the paper over it, so no one's going to really see it either. Okay? But yeah, if you do go off, you can sort of erase your line. It doesn't totally erase it, but it does happen. I didn't even notice I did it. So that's our score line. Now we're going to be doing some trimming here. You're going to cut straight up the rectangle, and you're going to wedge into the squares. Now you can just cut all the rectangles, then go back and wedge. You know, whichever way you choose to do it. I like to go as I go, you know, down the line instead of coming back. So it's whatever you choose to do. This is the one I messed up the little score line, so it'll be fine though. No one's going to know it but us. You're not going to tell anybody, are you? And I guarantee the kids won't notice. So there's one side done. Like I said, you can just go cut, 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 and then go back and take out the little wedges. And it's not much, but it does help the box close up a lot neater. You can do this side this way. You know, it's whatever you choose to do. Sometimes, you know. And the last one. Just like that. So now you have to decide what you want to be your top and bottom. They're the same. It doesn't really matter. But it will matter to this because you've now made this dimensional. So I'm going to make this my top. And so this is, and everybody's going to face me because that's the front of the box. And I'm going to grab my glue. You can use, you know, whatever tape you wanted. But just keep in mind, this is the top of the box and this is my front. So now I'm going to put the front of my box on. So I want to make sure that my boo and stuff is facing me. Oh, that's the boo I had a little miss up. We'll put him on the back. This is the boo I had double stamped. We'll put him on the back. Like I said, this is for children. They're not going to know that you made a little double mistake. And it adds a character, you know, it's a scary box with good treats in it. Now the back, since the box is going this way, you want that to go that direction. So they do look at the back. It's going the right way. And then these are the two sides. And so we want to put them in this direction so that when they're looking from the side, everybody's going the right way. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to flip this over and we're going to do the back of the box first. Now you can use seal. Ooh, you see what I've got here? I don't know if you can see this. I left a big ridge right there. And I don't like big ridges. Just going to trim that off just ever so slightly. It's not going to make that much difference. It's my thing. But anyhow, I'm going to put glue on these two. I tried doing 4 at a time and I made a mess. So, because you want to take it, bring over the first one and hold it for a second. And then you're going to bring up this one like this. Bring it into place. Make sure your your square and hold it for a second. Now, if you use tear tape or Seal Plus, you wouldn't have to hold it, but. And then we're going to flip it around. I'll try to flip this back so you can see it. We're going to come in and do this one. And this one. Pull those in and make sure they're nice and flush on, got your 90-degree angle. It's important to make sure you have that 90-degree angle so it closes good. And then we'll go ahead and do the top. And that one closes in. I put my glue on the wrong side. Did you just see what I did? Okay, just one moment here. I'm going to show you how to clean up if you make a mistake. First off, get your glue off your paper. I'm going to grab my silicone mat. Don't put your glue on the wrong side. Piece of paper works great to pull most of the glue off. I'll get it off my pad here too. So that is going to dry. And once it dries, I will take my embossing buddy, and it may be dry by the time we get done. Fold them in and then glue them. Don't do what I just did. Like I said, I don't edit my videos, so if I make a mistake, I'm going to show you the mistakes I made and how I fixed them. So it's going to be very sticky on the inside, but I will show you how to fix it in a second. First off is, like I said, get most of the glue off, and a piece of paper works great for that. I got a little glue here, but I'll clean that off in a minute. So I can't close this box with that glue sticky like that. So you need to grab your embossing buddy. Let's see if I can find mine. He's handy. He's not, but I know what is handy. This is not Gold Bond. It was at one time. I'm just going to take a little bit of powder and put it on my finger. And I'm going to take and flip this over and rub a little powder in there. Powder won't hurt anything. And then I can come back with a brush and just brush it out, or a paper towel, in just a minute. As soon as you sprinkle it in too. You can do your embossing, but embossing buddy is a little neater, but I think my embossing buddy is in the other room. But I unfortunately can't finish this until we get that. So this is a handy thing to have, especially if you have a big mistake. But then you just go back in here with paper towel. I know you can't see it because I've got it, I'm holding it. I'll flip it over so you can see the inside in a second. I'm just taking a paper towel and wiping all that powder out. The sticky's gone. Most of the powder is gone. And like I said, you could take another piece of paper and cover this. The fit would not be right, but it does work. I mean, like I said, this was for kids. They're not going to notice that there was something done in there. Makes the box smell good. I think it's Johnson & Johnson in that one. So that is how I fix some stuff. If you got a mistake, there is a way to fix it. Sorry about that. I hadn't planned on making that, but you can see how much different this looks in the orange versus the black. So anyhow, before we close this up and decorate, I want to make my little finger hole because it is a little easier to open. And like I said, this is a retired punch, but I'm sure many of you have a punch of some kind you can use. And just right through the DSP and the other. And then you fill up your box. We're going to go ahead and we're going to glue the little label. And I'm putting it sort of cattywampus hanging off this here. So it's, you know, just there. And we are going to use some dimensionals on this. There they are. I'm trying to find them. I'm going to put about 3, 4 dimensionals. We're not going to place this yet, though. Oh, not 4. First, we're going to wrap it. Now, I'm not going to undo another thing of ribbon and tail because I've got to stuff these with kids' candies later. So I'm going to use the piece I used before. This thing that I used is approximately, that's 18, 29, 30, about 30, 40 now. Trying to see here, 18, 32 inches long. You don't have to use that much. I mean, that's what I used. And make a big bow. I'm trying to make sure that I hold it out and keep it as open as possible. You can go back and just adjust it. I have a tendency to tie my bows from upside down. I'm not the best bow tire in the world, so. And I love big floppy bows. Like that. Just a big floppy bow. Then you can go along here and make sure that this is all spread out. And then we'll use this and plug this in here. And pop that right on there. You could put a child's name on here too. Make a little tag so it had the child's name on it or something. So that is my Boo Trick or Treat large flip box for Halloween. So I hope you all enjoy this video. Give this a try. Have some fun with it. Use other stamp sets. You know, that Gingham Cottage has got some large prints in there just calling out to be stamped on. It really is. And create something that's unique and all your own. So have a nice day and have a nice weekend. It's Friday. Actually, it's September 3rd. Is it September 30th? No, it's not. I'm getting my dates mixed up. It's October now. I'm filming in September still. So I'm getting a little ahead of myself. It's October. So have a good time and remember to thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget about Facebook. We hope to have some fun there once we get everybody over there. So have a nice weekend and I will see you next time. Thank you.